First, to survive, you have to stay alive. And we're going to see who can do exactly that as we give you our Shogun death predictions. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. We are Fog Entertainment, and today we're going to be going through our death predictions for FX's Shogun. We're going to see who will live, who will die. Obviously, a lot of power, a lot of greed, a lot of control being fought for. Meanwhile, John Blackthorne, he's just trying to fight to survive. He's trying to fight to get back home. He wants to escape the Japans. Will he do it, though? We're going to find out. Now, spoiler alert, at the moment, I am doing these death predictions from the halfway point. I've seen episode 5, therefore, my death predictions are from episode 6 onwards. So yeah, there's a little spoiler for you. And also, some people are saying, well, the book's this, the book's that, it's based on a novel, you know who dies, it doesn't need to go 2 seasons. I get that, okay? I understand that Shogun is based on a book, but some of us, to be honest, didn't know that. Some of us haven't read the book, some of us don't want to read the book, some of us are just checking out Shogun for the first time, and we really are enjoying the adaptation that FX are giving us. So it's as simple as that. Just because we haven't read the books doesn't mean we can't enjoy this show. We are enjoying this show. So for people that are enjoying it and want to see the death predictions, stick around. We're going to get into it. And for people that want to talk about the book, then I'm not stopping you. Go back and read your book. But right now we're going to talk about the show on FX. So let's go. With that said, let's get into the first prediction. We have John Blackthorne. So yeah, right now he is currently alive. He's pretty much fell in it with Lady Mariko, but he did save Lord Toranaga in the last episode, so I think that bond there could be getting a little bit closer. He wasn't happy that his gardener was killed for pretty much just touching a pheasant that he left outside, so yeah, he doesn't really like the way they do things in Japan. The Japans. He hasn't really got many allies in the Japans either, but he is the main character. He's John Blackthorne. He's the guy we're all rooting for. I'm going to predict that John Blackthorne survives. I think he will be okay, and I think he will make it out of the Japans. Up next, we have Lord Toranaga. Lord Toranaga obviously now has the other 4 regents or lords. They have turned against him. It's like almost like 4-on-1 now as they fight for power. He is outmatched, out-weaponed, out-soldiered. He's pretty much out everything, but he does have John Blackthorne. That's the ace in the hole. I actually think Toranaga will probably survive the end of the season. I think he will be the last man standing, and I believe by the end of this series he very well could be the leader of the Japans, or at least he will be in charge until the young son, I forget his name, but the son, the heir, comes to age. I think is it Nakamura or something he's called. Anyway, I think Lord Toranaga will end this series alive and on top. Up next, we have Lady Mariko. So her and John Blackthorne, after the end of episode 4, they did look like they were getting closer, maybe even, I wouldn't go as far as saying they were going to get intimate, but they looked like they could be going somewhere. But yeah, Buntaro came back. He's alive. He started beating up his wife again. Blackthorne didn't like that. Mariko didn't think it was Blackthorne's place to get involved. And now it looks like Mariko and Blackthorne have come to, you know, a disagreement. She says from now on she will only talk to translate him. So yeah, their relationship is pretty much broken down right now. She doesn't want to be alive. Now, she was told by Lord Toranaga that if he does this, if she translates for Blackthorne, then he will allow her to basically commit suicide. I forget what it's called in the Japans, but yeah, there's a special word for it when you want to kind of just go out and be with your family. You commit suicide. But I don't know if she's going to do that or not. Maybe by the end of the series, she will change her mind. And I mean, could she live happily ever after with John Blackthorne? Probably not. That's Fantasyland talking. But maybe he can open up her eyes, and maybe by the end of this, she'll want to live. You know, maybe she won't want to die. So I'm going to say that Lady Mariko survives. Up next, we have Lord Yabushi. And I like this guy. Now, he is kind of sitting on the fence right now. He hasn't really chosen a side. He says that he's faithful to Lord Toranaga, but we don't really believe that. We think that he secretly is on the side of Ishido. But he's kind of now been backed into a corner, and it's almost like he has to be on Lord Toranaga's side despite not wanting to. So he's a good character. He's interesting. We got introduced to him in the first episode, him and John Blackthorne. They got a bit of a rivalry, but to be fair, at least he kind of listened to Blackthorne. He kind of gave Blackthorne a chance. I remember we had like the Catholic priest that wanted Blackthorne to be killed on the spot, but Yabushi spared Blackthorne's life. So, I mean, he's not a bad guy. He's charismatic. He's funny. Will he die? Will he survive? Maybe he'll die doing the right thing. Maybe he'll protect Lord Toranaga. I'm gonna go with he survives, but it's very close. It could be either way, in my opinion. Up next, we have the son of Lord Toranaga. He basically started this war. Well, no, he didn't start the war, but he definitely helped it on its way. Yoshi Nagakado. He used Blackthorne's weapons, his what do you call them? The cannonballs. He used as weapons, artillery, to attack some of Ishido's men, and that has kind of sped things up here. So you know what? Normally, when you start something like that, the fact that he used those cannons to take out a lot of men, it's not really an honourable thing, because he didn't do a sword fight. I think that he probably will die. So yeah, I'm going to go with Nakagoda to die. And if I'm butchering these names, then I do apologise. Japanese shows aren't my strong point, but when it comes to Korean dramas, man, I can name them all day long without mistakes. So yeah, cut me a wee bit of slack here. I'm still getting used to the Japans, as John Blackthorne would say, but I do believe that Nagakado will die. Up next, we have Yusami Fuji, another woman that wants to die. Now, I forget what they call it. It's going to piss me off, the suicide thing in Japan. I think it's something beginning with an S. Well, I don't know what it's called right now, but she also wants to die because her son and her husband were killed at the end of the first episode. So yeah, that wasn't too good. Her husband insulted Ishido, so therefore he had to be punished. He had to, basically delete himself and his bloodline. So yeah, she had her son taken away from her. Her infant son was killed. She now also, like Lady Mariko, wants to leave this earth, and she's been promised by Lord Toranaga, kind of similar to Mariko, that if she serves John Blackthorne, then she will be given that chance. So I think that she actually will die. I'm going to predict that Fuji dies. Maybe trying to protect John Blackthorne. Maybe there will be an attempt on Blackthorne's life, and her being his keeper, almost his protector. I think that she might take the bullet. Not literally a bullet, because they don't use bullets, but I think that Fuji could be the one to go. So she's the first. No, wait. She's not the first. I predicted Lord Toranaga's son to die. She's the first woman I'm predicting to die. So there you go. Ishido up next. He is the main antagonist probably for this series, Ishido Kazunari. I'm going to say that he dies. I think he has to die. I mean, it's basically a battle between him and Toranaga for leadership of Japan, and I think that Toranaga will survive. So therefore, by that logic, I'm going to have to pick Ishido to die. Yeah, so I'm going to go with Ishido to die. But yeah, he might not die, but I'm going to pick him to die. So that's 3 deaths in a row. Up next, we have Father Martin. I believe his name is Father Martin. God, this is bugging me that I cannot remember his name. It's definitely Father Martin something. It's Father Martin Alfito. So I like this guy. I think he's been very fair. John Blackthorne at the beginning didn't trust him, didn't want him doing any translating for him because of his religion and the fact that he was a Catholic, and he didn't believe that he would translate fairly for him, as Blackthorne is a Protestant. But I think Father Martin has proven that he is an honourable man, and he's got integrity, and he's a man of God. He's a man of the cloth. He tells the truth. I hope he survives. He's a good character. I enjoy him. I think he's fair. I think he tells the truth. He's honest, and for me, I want this guy to survive, and I think he will survive. I just don't really see why he would die. I'm going to pick Fowler Martin to make it out of this show. So yeah, up next we have Buntaro, a man that should probably already be dead. He was presumed dead. He managed to make it back. John Blackthorne insulted him by asking how he survived. I don't know if that was Blackthorne maybe trying to insinuate that Buntaro perhaps had help surviving, and that maybe he's coming back as a spy, or coming back to try and take out Toranaga, or to keep tabs on Toranaga. But it is a little bit suspicious how outnumbered Buntaro was, and he somehow managed to survive against all Ishido's men and make it back to Lord Toranaga. So I'm not convinced. I think he will die though. They've already faked his death once. He seems to be in a bit of a feud as well with John Blackthorne. I mean, there's multiple people that could kill this guy. You've got Ishido's men, you've got John Blackthorne, and you've also got his wife. I mean, who knows how much more Lady Mariko can put up with Buntaro's abusive ways. So there's a lot of people that could be killing this guy. I'm going to go with Buntaro to die. I think Buntaro will die. And last but not least, we have Rodriguez. Now, I don't even know if we will see Rodriguez again in this series, but from what we did see in the first couple of episodes, I really enjoyed this character. I think the banter between him and Blackthorne was really good. I believe the last time we've seen Rodriguez is when he allowed Blackthorne to escape on his boat, and he could have crushed him, but he decided to give him a chance and escape, probably because Blackthorne saved his life, so he was repaying the favour. I like Rodriguez. I'm not sure we'll see him again though, so therefore I'm going to say he survives, just based on the fact that if he doesn't really appear again, then it's going to be hard for him to die. So yeah, there you go guys, that is what I'm predicting. I'm predicting Rodriguez to survive. And that is it for the Shogun death predictions. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. Let me know where you would go differently. Who do you think is going to die? Who do you think is going to survive? And again, if you've already read the books, I mean, there's just no need to ruin it for us, okay? You might know who survives, you might know who dies in the books, but for us watching the show, we don't. So yeah, let us enjoy our moment, alright? Let us enjoy this show, because it's not often you get good shows, and Shogun is certainly good. So I'm enjoying it. Looking forward to the last 5 episodes. I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then though, peace.